Hello everybody, my name is Raccoon Bro, and welcome back to another Death Battle reaction video. Today is going to probably change the course of the internet for a pretty long time because we have Archie Sonic versus Wally West. The fastest Flash versus the fastest Sonic, and oh my gosh, I don't care who wins, there's gonna be a shit show going on in the comment section. Like, I'm not gonna be surprised if this will be the next, like, Ben 10 versus Green Lantern of the show. Because no matter what they do, people are going to be so angry, like, whoever the winner is, because these guys are the most hyped up, like, speedsters, like, incalculable speeds, like, infinite, immeasurable power. He could steal your speed. I don't know what to expect going into this. It's gonna be absolutely insane. I just hope that people respect the outcome and don't dislike bomb it as much as previously. So, I'm very excited for this one. I'm rooting for Sonic because, you know, we haven't seen a DC character lose to a non-Marvel character ever. But I've got my money on Wally since it's DC, and what are you gonna do? So, with all that being said, let's get into the mayhem. And go. Let's do this.
Speed. It's the ultimate sensation on the human body.
And today we're pitting together two of the fastest characters out there.
With these two, speed is far more than simply moving fast. Wally West.
Wanna see me run to that rock?
Comics.
Wanna see me do it again?
Archie Comics, the most supersonic Sonic of all the Sonics. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. The year was 1985, and the multiverse was in crisis. Infinite Earths were on the brink of total annihilation.
But one man could save the day by running really, really, really fast. The Flash.
Stupid fast.
Everything and everyone, Barry Allen.
Ah.
His life.
But the Flash wasn't all gone. Barry had a sidekick. You might say a protege.
Protege.
Wally West.
Despite the impressive amount of coincidences Barry needed to gain his speed, many others have possessed the power.
Yeah, get ready for this story.
For Wally, his own coincidence is unparalleled.
Let's see. President of the Flash fan club, nephew to Flash's girlfriend who introduced him, visited while Flash had a chemical lab set up exactly like it was when he got his powers. And, just like Barry, Wally got struck by lightning that knocked him into the chemicals, and boom, Flash powers.
I mean,
This kid was super lucky, but
what the hell?
he did get struck by lightning.
The true reason? Because Speed Force, a dimension of infinite kinetic energy which all Flashes draw their power from.
And the DC writer's favorite scapegoat for retcons.
With his newfound ability, Wally joined Barry's crime-fighting heroics as Kid Flash. Strong of head and light of heart, he was more than a sidekick. He was a surrogate son.
So when Barry
No idea who this is.
Wally stepped up to be the next Crimson Comet himself.
As the Flash, stop doing that. Wally obviously possesses incredible
Yeah, that might get old.
surpassing that of light. He can run non-stop for multiple days.
Forget running. This guy looks at reality and spits in its face before giving it a swirly.
Wally can manipulate each and every one of his
Alright, so he can
molecules to
control his atoms.
survive the inside of a black hole. Barry even once regenerated from a cloud of gas.
I bet he never has any trouble with
hell?
Narbs?
no apparent reason boners? They're devious. Always popping up where you least expect them.
But there's a mysterious third kind that no one really understands. It happens when your schlong decides to take matters into its own hands. No reason boner.
Wally can create tornadoes, toss lightning, and heal from deadly blows. These techniques are rooted in scientific theory and
No apparent reason boner.
mathematical mindset. For example, by vibrating his body at very precise frequencies, he can turn invisible, phase through objects, tear things apart while phasing through them, and even enter fourth-dimensional space.
What?
And he'd never be able to do any of this if he was dumb.
Well, that's exactly what I decided to find out when I laced your beer with cosmic kinetic energy.
What?
It'll kick in later.
Uh-oh.
With a touch, he can steal another speed and use it for himself.
Let's get ready for this.
Specifically, he can take a
I'm ready for that, to
and
pay off to that joke.
stopping them in their tracks or even freezing them for centuries.
What?
Even for those who are not linked to the Speed Force like Superman.
And his infinite mass punch can knock you across the whole planet.
Applying the laws of relativity, as Wally's fist approaches light speed, its mass technically grows to an infinite degree.
What?
Making the kinetic energy equivalent to a white dwarf star.
The Speed Force protects Wally's body while performing inhuman acts of speed, including the recoil and impact. Oh my god.
2.6 octillion tons of force. In fact, increasing the
DC, why do you do this to us, man?
the universe.
Come on, DC! Why are you doing this?
Megatons. One punch from Wally is like 40 million of those.
What the
Changes vibration frequencies to affect alien energies that do not exist in his own reality.
Now he
What?
helped pick out these aliens called quantum mechanics.
Beings far beyond any physical dimension.
Quantum
and
mechanics.
Ordinary physics. So, like a prism,
Interesting.
he changed Superman's heat vision into super space magic to blast them all.
All this is absolutely insane to contemplate, but it is important to remember
Okay.
that Wally is somehow still human.
And a huge dork, but a fun one, not like Wiz over here.
Hmm.
I mean, he got married and has kids, so...
Boomstick, I'm married.
What?
To my work. And Wally's family became sort of a cosmic
I'm gonna need some more information there.
lightning rod rooting him to reality when he time travels. Right? Boomstick, he can time travel. Isn't that fascinating?
I feel like you're trying to give me the runaround. That's how he time travels, by running.
Should Wally become unwell,
That best
he can
Injustice
elevate
super move
himself,
ever.
even running to the end of reality where the concept of death no longer exists.
One time, he beat
Jeez.
these gambler gods in a race across the universe, and they could teleport.
To win,
What
Wally
the
achieved trans-time velocity.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Go back, go back.
And they could
Did he have a crossover with Sonic the Hedgehog or something? It looks like Sonic the Hedgehog. But like the Jellicle version from the bad trailer.
teleport.
To win, Wally achieved trans-time velocity in less than 1 unit of Planck time, which is so infinitesimal, it is the absolute edge of measurable time itself.
Okay.
So fast, reality does not have any means to calculate or even comprehend his speed.
That's f***ing crazy. But for some reason, Wally still felt unworthy of the Flash mantle. Come on, man.
Okay.
Look at everything you can do.
Until one day, Barry returned.
Because Speed Force.
Yeah.
To determine the fastest Flash of all, Wally and Barry raced each other. This simple contest nearly tore apart the entire multiverse.
But Archie
532,000 people and something microseconds. Okay, what the hell?
Kid Flash finally let it all out and won.
Even with those unimaginable feats, Wally's greatest challenge was proving his worth to himself.
He's not just another Flash. He's the fastest being in the multiverse.
Dude, as soon as you finish your drink, turn yourself in. Got me again, Flash.
Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill is such a treasure.
Earth will be no more.
Yep, because these hentai aliens are gonna drop a bomb that kills everyone and
Got me again, Flash.
into furries.
Welcome to Mobius, homeworld of Sonic Maurice.
Alright, Sonic, you better have some fucking crazy hacks on ya for if you're gonna pull this one off.
Empire of Ivo Robotnik, aka Dr. Eggman.
So, yeah, comic book Sonic is a little different from the video game. Well,
This is pretty exciting because this is the first time they've ever done like a specific incarnation of a character and not just their main timeline. Like I'm really interested to see what happens with this.
leading his Care Bear Viet Cong in the fight against obesity and male pattern baldness, Sonic became a super skilled fighter.
Mr. Needle Mouse.
Doing it for nothing. Robotnik had turned his entire family into robot slaves. What a dick.
Sonic is
Dark, man.
But in this timeline, fast takes on new meaning. He's quick enough to create tornadoes, cause after images, turn invisible, phase through objects, and boost past light speed in the blink of an eye. He can dodge lightning and even move in between the raindrops of a downpour.
Look at this. He grabbed water.
I remember this panel from Mario vs. Sonic 2018.
0.0000. A lot of zeros in a millisecond. He can run around the entire cosmic interstate in less than
Wow.
a day. And that's a highway that cuts through the multiverse. How does he get that fast on an all chili dog diet?
Yeah, seriously.
He made the runs, but not that way.
He could reverse a black hole generator with his momentum alone, which then imploded, somehow sending him 849,000 light years away. Sonic's speed is so impressive that he can even move through stopped time. Let me repeat that. Time was frozen, and he could still move.
Sonic speed alone could resist time manipulation. Oh my god.
There is no earthly method of measuring such impossibility. In the words of the comic itself, Sonic's speed is incalculable.
What the
I know the Archie Sonic comics can get weird, like really weird, but that's
Ugh.
just crazy.
You call it crazy, I call it chaos.
Just like my conception, I'm told.
No. I mean chaos as in the Chaos Force, an extra-dimensional field of infinite and omnipotent energy. This chaos takes physical form on Mobius in the shape of magical power rings and perfectly hewn emeralds.
And Sonic loves collecting those rings. By the time he'd scooped up 1 billion of them, the gods were so impressed they put him in a book of world records and gave him a permanent force field that makes him way tougher than anybody else.
Along with serving his spirit and mind. But that's not all.
It's the Wonder Wing of his universe.
He can transform into the almighty golden Super Sonic.
Eat your heart out, Akira Toriyama.
Super Sonic possesses incredible power. He can use chaos energy for defensive barriers and beams capable of shattering moons.
But does it have a time limit?
He's even faster than before, and he's totally invincible. Like when he fought the demigod and possible power drink, Enerjack.
Enerjack.
People apart molecule by molecule. But
Jeez.
with Super Sonic,
Like the video games, Sonic's superforms have a time limit, and now this limit can even be cut short through overuse of power. However, he battled Enerjack from day into night, so it must be able to naturally last much longer than the games.
Super Sonic's extended duration here may be due to his use of the Master Emerald. 11 Chaos Emeralds combined.
Potentially over an
Interesting.
but that's not even his final form. If he's got something as good as a Super Emerald around, he can go Ultra.
Ultra Sonic appears to possess all of Super Sonic's abilities and then some.
God.
He can tap into the raw magic of chaos.
Yeah, there's a bunch of wizards running around Archie Sonic Land. Like this mammoth mogul guy.
Freaking magic.
They're all using the same Chaos Force.
Ultra Sonic can
Sonic, how are you doing that?
atomic
Magic.
power, changing
Duh.
its fundamental makeup.
Turning air to water, moving rocks around, opening portals across space-time.
Alchemy.
and stuff. But Wally's never changed other living beings before, it's not totally out of the question. Right, dummy?
You're correct, Boomstick. Although Ultra Sonic is not as proficient, this ugly monster wizard uses the same chaos magic, and he changed a partial robot rabbit into a full regular rabbit. And since
Whoa.
it's so absurd, it likely damaged my internal processor.
It was never great. I took it from a refrigerator. Ultra Sonic has altered his own body to better traverse difficult terrain.
Nice.
With all this in mind, he could theoretically be able to change the molecular makeup of others too. Just like this.
Ow.
Oh, wow.
Is it crazy enough?
What is my purpose? You're on this show to be tested on, like, being turned into fire. Oh my god.
We need to talk about something even crazier.
Chaos itself. Chaos magic is typically used for one of three things: increasing physical ability, providing lost knowledge, and granting wishes.
Like a freaking genie. Sonic's wish
Jeez.
brainwashing, turned back time, revived the dead, and even rewrote all reality in his whole multiverse with a Kamehameha Chaos Beam. Okay, if he can literally just
Acquiring knowledge takes intense concentration with vague results, so he could not recreate the Super Genesis wave. Huh.
wish his problems away, you'd think he'd have way less trouble dealing with a fat ginger named after breakfast food.
Honestly, he rarely did, but Sonic's a glutton for adventure and action. So over the years, he and the good doctor formed an unhealthy codependent relationship.
Life's not the same without his oval-shaped enemy to beat up on. So they're back at it every chance they get. Come on, guys, just get a room already.
But after being defeated so many times, both Eggman and Mogul independently came to the same conclusion. By collecting so many rings and emeralds over the years, Sonic has become a literal embodiment of chaos itself. As in, he's a
Jeez.
variable that cannot be accounted for, a wrench in the cogs of reality. Without him even realizing it, fate bends to him.
You know you're a badass.
What?
The most powerful chaos wizard out there decides the only way to beat you is to just wait until you die of old age.
God damn. Was erased for a moment and immediately restored, not just Sonic, as the weapon was programmed to only target Robotnik.
It's ridiculous. It's absurd. It's unexplainable.
It's Sonic the freaking Hedgehog.
Ah, he can't! Freaking TV comic.
Ooh, I like to hang, but I got a juice.
That's the same one that they used for Mario vs. Sonic, the one from 2011.
All possibility.
It's time for a death battle!
Now, man, Archie's crazy. It's inhuman. Wally's got this. It's DC. Alright, I'm looking forward to seeing more of Nicholas Andrew Louis as Sonic, and one of my voice actor colleagues is actually playing Wally West, Tunnelberg, so I'm looking forward to his performance too.
Really think you can outrun what? I'm the fastest man alive. Oh yeah, cherry flavor chump? I'm the fastest thing alive.
I'm already in love with the sprite work and like the hand-drawn elements. Like, this is probably going to be a lot better than Flash vs. Quicksilver.
You too slow?
Like, his facial expressions are on point. I love it. Don't mess with the hogs, dogs! Alright, time for new stuff after that sneak peek. Looking forward to where this goes. Ooh.
Say, Uncle! I'm out of your league.
Whoa! He stole his speed!
Huh? A super emerald? I'll show you. Surprise!
Supersonic already? Oh, we going somewhere new? Oh, wow. This is awesome looking. Now, is he ultrasonic now? Looks like it. Huh?
Whoa, 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 whoa!
He's getting impatient. Yeah, he can go through that shit, man. Whoa! Okay, that looks awesome. That same city that always gets destroyed in Death Battle. Okay, this is so epic.
But I'm invincible when I'm like this. You've mastered speed, but I've mastered fate, and I wish you gone forever!
So it tells me Wally's got something.
Control!
Wally's...
Die! Iris! Help me now!
Yeah, here it comes. What is happening? What? God, this is beautiful. Did I see Sonic for a second? Jesus Christ!
So that happened.
Yeah, what happened?
What happened? What the fuck happened?
Incredibly complex. Given their speeds were impossible to calculate, speed alone was, ironically, somewhat of a non-factor in comparison.
Ha. Uh-oh.
Sonic in his previous games didn't really stand a chance against Wally.
Fourth wall, he has not done so to benefit himself or others in a fight or other serious situations.
Sure, he did seem to survive being launched 849,000 light years into an alien planet by a black hole imploding. However, considering he's been knocked out by far less, those are already imploding stars, and it seems some snow also inexplicably survived the trip. It's probably more likely the black hole acted as a sort of wormhole in its last moments and sent Sonic directly there.
I
But
see.
if we assume Sonic was indeed blasted through space, A black hole's last moment usually results in an abrupt detonation equivalent to 5 trillion tons of TNT.
Thanks, Forbes.
But the infinite mass punch could still deliver over 2 quadrillion times more power.
But
Well, shit.
Forms were a different story. They had answers to almost all of Wally's skills. His chaos energy could replenish stolen speed, he was invincible, and he had frickin' wish powers.
Personally, I was expecting the opposite result. Against almost anybody else, Archie's version of Sonic is practically unbeatable. But across a greater percentage of possible scenarios, Wally just happens to be the exception.
Sonic's attack on the roboticized Flicky took 100 attoseconds. Barry Allen claims he can perceive events that occur in less than a single attosecond, and Wally has proven to be faster. Fuck.
He had every counter he needed too. The speed steal wouldn't stop Supersonic, but Wally still got that stolen speed for himself.
Super and Ultrasonic were essentially batteries of unlimited kinetic energy Wally could pull from. Even with their speeds being incalculable, this meant Wally could ensure he was faster. Plus, Wally performed a lot more of those incalculable speed feats than Sonic ever did. So
Yeah.
He technically held an experience advantage in that field.
Chaos wish
I mean, it's DC, what are you gonna do?
to win against basically anybody, but Chaos Magic uses physical energy. And guess what? Wally
For the reboot, writer Ian Flynn says that Chaos Force was dropped as a concept, implying the Super Genesis wave may have erased it. Even if true, Sonic likely could not affect the Speed Force in the same way.
could phase through reality warping energy.
And jump through time, or vibrate to a higher spatial dimension to avoid Sonic altogether. Even though he had no way to take down Sonic's super forms, Wally has proven capable of effortlessly moving and vibrating at top speeds for days on end.
So it wasn't too hard for him to just wait out the super forms and strike at the first good opportunity.
When it
Yikes.
came to Ultrasonic's ability to alter atomic structures, Wally possessed perfect control over his own individual molecules.
I mean,
But hey,
what the fuck, man?
chaos. Fate automatically bends to him or whatever.
Except Wally has broken fate a few times himself. The best example being when he ran to the end of reality and forced the concept of death itself to die.
Because Speed Force.
Simply put,
I want to look at that image. Could time travel to the exact moment Sonic's superform time limit ends. Wow. Note that Sonic has much less experience with time travel than Wally and cannot glimpse past or future events like the Speed Force grants to time-traveling speedsters.
Because Speed Force.
It's Speed Force! I ain't gonna explain that shit! Once destroyed a zone, it merged into Void and Zone of Silence together. However, these zones were shown and described as small pocket dimensions, not complete universes.
simply put, Sonic's hypothesized nature as an anomaly in reality just wasn't enough protection against someone who could also break the rules of reality.
And remember, when Wally raised Barry, their speed almost tore apart the multiverse.
Both these characters understandably seem overpowered to an extreme fault, but it's important to remember that in their respective worlds, the story comes first. Sonic was impressive, improbable, inexplainable, but Wally had the power, the counters, and the speed he needed to pull ahead in this absolutely mind-bending battle.
Uh-oh. Oh
Break is kicking in.
no! Uh-oh. Boomstick?
I ran to Jupiter! God! A speed god!
Incredible. Tell me, what cosmic insight have you learned?
Just one thing. Well, Sonic didn't know it. The writing was on the wall.
God,
The winner
no!
is the Flash.
He gained infinite power to tell another pun.
Watching this episode of Death Battle. Come back next.
Man, that was awesome. Hey, well done, Joshua. That was a great job as Wally. You too, Nicholas.
See previews of our upcoming matchups. If you want to watch more stuff, you can click the boxes right around here, and you can always pick up some TV merch.
Alright, who's next?
YouTube.com.
Who's next? Oh my god! Ismahawk is back! Of course. Yeah, well, we all knew it was coming, so I'm glad that they're gonna go ahead and get it out of the way, but god damn it, 2 DC matches in a row. I'm sorry, but you've gotta be kidding me. This, Ismahawk, you better not disappoint me, okay? Anyway, this was incredible! Oh, I loved it! I loved it! It was so beautiful. It was beautifully done. I thought the Speed Force scene was so beautiful. Like, dimension hopping was great. Archie Sonic, he had such wonderful sprite work going on. His expressions were on point. Their dialogue was fantastic. I loved the characterization, and there was so much going on. And dude, the analysis, man, they did such a great job trying their best to make sense of it, and while at the same time acknowledging this shit doesn't make any sense. But they still showed respect for both of the stories, because at the end of the day, story does come first. And you know what? I really hope that people don't dislike this episode simply because Archie Sonic lost, because they explained this shit as best as they fucking could. So as for next time, it's gonna be live action, so I have hopes that it will be better than average, so to speak. So then this will be a chance for them to improve upon Nightwing versus Daredevil. That being said, it's another Marvel versus DC, man. I don't want to see another one for the rest of the season. I cannot stand this just overabundance, okay? That's simply what it is. But I'm just glad that this one was as good as it is. Because Wally West versus Archie Sonic, man. What a freaking trip. It's a trip and a half, dude. All the just... I can't even explain these guys' powers. It's inhuman. But it's not insane. This battle did everything it could and then some to improve on Flash versus Quicksilver. Because that battle just felt like very one-sided, and like Flash wasn't fighting for most of the time, and the sound effects were really annoying, and it felt like a very slow fight, ironically. But this one had so much going on, and it did a fantastic job of showing that these aren't just fast guys, they're ludicrously fast guys. I'm surprised that this battle didn't go plaid because of that. And they really did such a fantastic job going as in-depth as they possibly could in that post-analysis, because unlike Zuko versus Todoroki, this shit is not something that you can just gloss over and, you know, have people accept. It's not going to be that clear-cut, because Archie Sonic is ridiculous, but Wally West just happens to be a little bit more ridiculous. And so, please guys, this is going to be a really tough one. I know people are just not going to accept it for what it is. That's just the way of the internet. But please, don't treat this like Ben 10 versus Green Lantern, because this time they really are doing their best to explain their point as thorough as possible. They're not going to skimp on it again. And it's just... And even if you disagree with it, at least appreciate it for what it is. This is still a beautiful fight. This is still a fantastic characterization. And it went all ham. They did everything they could with this concept and then some. And that ending scene where he was being punched and he was like going through all the different forms and issues, and like Sonic appeared. Just... Please, enjoy this for what it is, and debate later. Don't dislike for the sake of it. That's all I ask. Acknowledge the hard work and dedication and just downright passion that went into this episode, okay? And then we can debate till the cows come home after that. And so Ben, Chad, Liam, DJ... everybody, Nicholas, Joshua, you guys did everyone involved with this. So, just bra freaking vo. I wouldn't have, honestly, I wouldn't have been surprised if this was the season finale. I wouldn't have complained at all. So, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you all liked the video as much as I did. I pray you all liked the video as much as I did. And be sure to stay tuned for the next video. Take care.